we're talking about a big project that I started in 2020. COVID had just hit, and I was nervous as hell about doing this project because we're going to put a link to the comments where I do this walkthrough of this project. You can call it a subdivision development. It's a 54 lots. They're basically half-acre lots. We as entrepreneurs, we have to be able to envision what is possible, because if you can't see the end, you can't clearly see what's possible in the end, you'll never start in the beginning. And that particular project, if you watch the beginning video, it was a train wreck, man. It was a third world country. If you looked at this subdivision development, you're in a third world country. I know it's in Texas, I know it's in the United States. That subdivision was a third world subdivision. There were potholes inside of potholes, there were ditches in the roads. Essential services wouldn't come down the roads, like ambulances, police, Amazon, they're not going down that road. Not only because of it wasn't drivable, but there were some bad folks down this place. There was pedophiles, there was just all types of hardened criminals. And that development was scary. All right, so when I went under contract was right before COVID, and then COVID hit, and I'm like, does it even make sense to do real estate right now? Like, a lot of people are like, does it make sense? And so what I did was I kept looking at the deal, not just looking at the numbers, looking at the project. Was it going to you see the potential numbers that I had? But it was scary because you're walking into an absolute war zone in a time when COVID was hitting, and we didn't know what the world or the real estate market was going to look like. And here we are. Mike and I just left down there, going where it's 4 years later, a little over 4 years later, and it's a nice, clean community. We're about 50% developed out. Like to be 100%. The demand in the market is what it is, so we're having to go slow. We do one or two here, and we're owner financing these properties. And I don't want to get into the details right now, but what I do want to get into is that what we have to be able to do as entrepreneurs, this is what we have to do, and the greatest entrepreneurs do it the best, is you have to be able to just see that vision when it's really hard to see. I know sometimes when I have certain friends, family members, students, we're doing ride-along tours or just talking, and sometimes I'll catch myself with vision and people can't see it. And that's good, because it puts me in check sometimes. Like my wife, who's like a sounding board, was like, I don't see what you're talking about. And sometimes basically a test of our vision, are we really committed to that? And I'll second guess myself, and that's a good thing. It means we need to get some clarity on it. And sometimes that lack of clarity will lead me to say no on doing a deal. But on this particular subdivision, I saw it in my mind's eye. I saw it. I knew it was going to take a lot of work. I knew it was going to take some risk, although it was very calculated. And I knew it was going to take time. And so here we are 4 years into it. I would project that we're going to be about 6 years until it's fully complete, where it will be, multiple seven-figure profit deal, multi-million-dollar profit deal at the end of the day. But it all started with having that vision. It all started having that vision whenever, link back to that video, and you'll see it was an absolute train wreck. Had some friends tell me I was nuts, I was crazy, shouldn't do it or whatever, especially during the timing. But here's the thing, guys. You're looking at deals, you're looking at doing, launching a business, you're looking at investing, you take in data. Let me step back. You start with the vision. What do you think is possible? Then you start taking in data, information, numbers, but the vision's got to overarch all that. Vision overarches that. You plug in that data and you just ask yourself, is this even possible? Is this possible? Meaning not just the development, your plan, the financing, the team, etc., etc. And if it's possible, and you take the right actions and you don't give up, then the law of probability is going to occur. And what I've seen is there's this faith component that we have to have as entrepreneurs, and it just starts with that vision. And so I don't know, I used to maybe I dream too much and I think too much. I used to get in trouble at school. I remember like daydreaming. And I was, even as a kid in class, man, it was boring as hell. And I'm thinking about other things. And you need to do that as an entrepreneur. You need to think about visions and seeing them come to life and spend time with it. Plug in your numbers and let that law of probability come to life. Like, don't listen to anybody else when it comes to like make final decision. Take in the information, see if it's usable or not. But at the end of the day, if your vision outweighs all the risks, the concerns, all that kind of stuff, just do the deal. Do the deal is my advice.